The artist is Masha Sapira. Her subject, Carmiel in the Western Galilee. She came here 3 years ago from St. Petersburg in the former Soviet Union. Since then, she's viewed her new home from many angles.
If I see a place that moves me, I paint it. It has to be more than pretty. I have to see something in it. I see a city in the distance, surrounded by rocks. It's very natural, and it's very interesting. A new city in such a natural setting.
Almost 35,000 people live in Carmiel. They're a patchwork of ethnic groups. Their history is a mirror of Israel's own. Hewn out of the barren hills in the early 1960s, Carmiel, like other Israeli development towns, was the focus of rapid growth and high hopes. From then till now, its story has been written by new immigrants. A new chapter opened in 1989 with the beginning of mass aliyah. The influx of newcomers has transformed the landscape. Olim have brought Carmiel new prosperity and new burdens. Just ask around town.
They seem to fit in, but it's hard for them. They have no money, they buy the cheapest cuts of meat. I can only imagine what I'd feel like if I came to a different country at my age.
To feel at home? That took a long time. My life here is better than in Russia, but I have problems like everyone. I'm a teacher with a master's degree, but I work as a cleaning lady.
She's only been here a year and a half, but Ilana Kravitz is already an expert on Carmiel.
Work. That's the #1 problem here.
Work, economic development, social integration, and population growth go hand in hand. They're the focus of Jewish agency programming. Remember Masha Sapira, artist? Meet Masha Sapira, businesswoman. At the Mאות Jaffe Business Incubator, her studio is one of 9 small business projects. What began as a workspace turned into a classroom for art workshops, and now, after successful shows and sales abroad, Masha Sapira is becoming an exporter. So is the Tavit Label Company, more typical of the 50-odd new businesses established with help from Mאות. This is dollars and cents entrepreneurship. At Galileo Technologies, that approach is paying off for Israeli computer specialists, lured back home after years spent living abroad and reeling in hundreds of thousands of dollars in foreign contracts. Business development centers have helped establish or strengthen more than 1,500 Galilee businesses. A Jewish agency investment helped build the factory at SRD Medical in Shorashim. It manufactures sophisticated brain monitors for export and employs many new Olim.
Here they didn't take me on as a cleaning man. They hired me as an electronics engineer. It's a result of several things: luck, my professional background, but first of all, the desire of the people here to hire Olim. Most of the owners are Olim themselves, from America. They have something in common with us. They believe in us.
From Russia to the Galilee, it's been an uphill journey.
Sometimes when you look up at a mountain, it's a challenge to climb it. Just look.
For some Olim, the climb is especially difficult. Many require the extra help of Jewish agency absorption centers. When Yitzhak Matatia and his family left Albania, along with that country's entire Jewish community, they walked away almost empty-handed. For 2 years, they've lived in a tiny apartment in Carmiel's absorption center.
I won't say I'm happy to live in an apartment like this, but I'm happy that we're here. We've gotten our feet on the ground. God help the Olim who don't have any Zionism. That's the only source of strength for us.
Absorption centers provide Olim with the tools they need to integrate into Israeli society. The Ulpan taught the Matatiya family a new language. Special tutoring helped the children start school on the right foot. And after a long search, engineer Yitzhak Matatiya finally found a job.
When they told me to fill out the forms, I knew I had the job. I had no idea how much money I was getting, but at that moment I felt I was worth something in this country.
For some, that moment is longer in coming. A former army officer, Jeanette, wants and needs to start a new career. Her first step, a preparatory course for professional retraining. Jewish agency retraining programs in classrooms and on the job help professionals and salaried workers adapt their skills to changing regional needs. Born of necessity, it sometimes calls for personal growth.
If I'd visit Albania now, no one would recognize me. I've gotten younger here, and my kids have gotten taller. Suddenly, we're like flowers that have bloomed and grown.
A place to bloom. Carmiel is small, intimate, a microcosm of Israeli society. People rubbing shoulders in an improvised social ballet.
There are all sorts of faces. Faces of people working, people in a hurry, making a living. I like simplicity, the things you see every day, on the street, at home. In Israel, it's easy for me to paint. I feel at home. I feel the rocks and the trees. It's a miracle for me to paint here.
But there are no miracles. Houses take months to build. A sense of belonging can take years. Many Olim need extra help. Extended Hebrew studies are high on the agenda.
What's hard at first becomes easier.
To smooth the way, the Jewish agency sponsors a range of other activities, especially for children, to help break down barriers between new Olim and veteran Israelis. In close-knit Carmiel, the pace of social integration is impressive. Sooner or later, it happens. New friends, new roots, new goals. Masha Sapiro's work is selling. Igor Sapiro wants to trade his engineering degree for a career in music. His first Hebrew song is ready to premiere. A song about freedom, about going places, about life.
שוכב פרקדן שוטף בדמעותיי בטון צחיח על מסלול.
This is the stuff that dreams are made of. In a few months, this neighborhood will be finished, and the Sapiras, Masha and Igor, Shmuel and Daniel, will have a house of their own. A dream come true. Just hours later, another dream takes flight as Carmiel receives its latest arrivals. Welcomed by veteran Olim, 6 new immigrant families, fresh off the plane from Hungary, move into the absorption center. For them, this is only the beginning.
My feeling is it's bigger than I to tell you.
It's a feeling of coming home.
I was lucky. I felt at home from the very beginning. I felt close to the people, the landscape, the weather, all of it.
Vision and spirit, and help from a Jewish agency geared to serve Olim and their land. The beginning of a new story.
The most important thing is that I'm here. All the rest is yet to come.